Hi everyone, Michelle Furry here, Member of Parliament for People of Kawartha. Happy in between Christmas and New Year's, one of the most confusing and disorienting times of the year. Anyway, I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope it was a healthy time. You made memories. Like many families, as the joke says, putting the fun in dysfunction. Just kidding. Family is family. That's why I love National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation so much. And I hope you have good plans for the new year. One of the greatest disasters politically of 2024, without a doubt, is the $10 a day childcare scheme that the Liberals and NDP have so unabashedly said is the best thing that's ever happened to Canadians. And I want to set the record straight, and I want you to ensure that you share this video, because there's all kinds of resources and people, and in particular, there was a recent radio interview with ADCO, which is the Association of Daycare Operators of Ontario, Andrea Hannon, and she laid it out very clearly, very plainly, why $10 a day childcare was never, ever about childcare. In fact, it was about marketing and it was about buying votes. And I think it's very important to point out the failure and disaster of this program, because it is the very thing that the Liberals and NDP say is their greatest success. And if this is as big a failure as it is, right? I think it's really important to say that, because if they can't get their number one program to be a success, in fact, to be the polar opposite to success, to be a failure, then that is what you can expect from all of these other programs that they say are so wonderful that are in fact not going to work. So let's break down $10 a day childcare. It's not sustainable. There's nothing sustainable about it. Childcare operators in particular, their fees were frozen, and therefore the revenue replacement model will never work, and the employee compensation will never work. This is a complete contrast to what the NDP are supposed to stand for, which is for workers. It's complete poppycock, because the workers and the child care educators and the operators are not going to be able to get a living wage because there is no money left over. Only a third of families are able to access this program. That's like winning the lottery. A third of families are accessing this program. Childcare operators are shutting down because you can't make plans. You can't run any operation, not for profit, either or, if you don't know where the money's coming from, because there's not enough money. Here's the big thing. It's increased your taxes. This is a $30 billion program, and there's not enough money to even operate it, because the cost of living just keeps going up. And here's the real crux of the whole thing. It's increased your taxes, which is driving up the cost of everything even more. Do you see that catch-22 there? So the more you spend, the more you need. This all comes back to the fundamental issue, and the very issue that conservatives fight for. Spending more money does not solve a problem. Investing money with results is the key. And so I encourage you to listen to the interview with Andrea Hannon. She breaks it down so succinctly and explains the challenges of this program. And don't for 1 second let the Liberals and NDP tell you this is a provincial problem. They did this from day one. They set it up for the provinces to take the fall on their disaster rollout. The fact is, provinces wouldn't even be in this position if the feds hadn't rolled out this program in the first place. They say it's quality. They say it's accessible. They say it's affordable. Well, let me tell you about all the kids who are left out of this program, especially those with special needs. And the reality is this is not accessible at all if it doesn't exist. And it doesn't exist. And you're going to see more and more operators close down because of this disaster that they've done. They lied to you. This was never about childcare. It was about marketing and buying votes. And it is the undercurrent for how they operate every single file that they have. And that is why everything has been a disaster under the Liberals and the NDP. Do not let the NDP off the hook for this, because they are very, very responsible for this. So think about that. They don't know how to implement a program, and they have no incentive to ever make it fair. This was never fair for everyone. It was only for the people that they wanted to benefit, like every other program they have. Have a great day. We'll catch up later, but I think it's very important that we share this video, we talk about this, and call out what they've done, which is not be able to operate government effectively at all. In fact, they've made things far, far worse for Canadians.